Hey everyone, welcome back to Disney Sorcerers Arena. So, couple of days, it's been a minute or two since I've done a video. Been a couple weeks, and I want to talk to you about some stuff. First thing I want to talk to you about is I want to know how your double gear drop experience went. We had that. I think this past week, the beginning of this week. This is the 13th, August 13th when I'm recording this. I want to know how your double gearing went. Did you accomplish a lot? Did you miss on some stuff? Did you get sidetracked by the Sorcerer Showdown? It happens. But I want to keep encouraging, keep doing what you're doing, just keep on the track, and you'll get there eventually. Whatever you're working towards. Secondly, What are you working towards? Are you working towards like me, Kingdom, Oceanics type stuff? Are you working on I don't know, Sensational Six, or just really any kind of whatever? Thirdly, we were all. I was waiting breathlessly the other night for patch notes that never dropped, and I sort of wanted to let you know. Did you know? I mean, I don't know how many of you actually follow the patch notes. I do, kind of, because I want to know what's going on. I like getting on my computer, logging on at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, and being able to see them all and know, hey, this is what's coming up. And I was kind of taken aback with this last patch notes thing, that there wasn't some, hey, um, patch notes tomorrow, or patch notes a little bit, or anywhere. They just sort of left it out there, and they just sort of let it go, and it was never addressed for whatever reason. Where did I go with her? And so that got me to thinking. Unless you're under Brock, you probably realize that, hey, there's got to be something coming soon. And how do we know this? Well, we know this by a couple of things. One, we know this by the fact that we haven't had anything new in over a month. It's been over a month since we've had Peter Pan, and we've just been doing the same dance over and over. Regardless of whether it's towers and towers now, towers later, towers tomorrow, towers forever, or events. Just keep going, keep writing the events. Because just got done with Frozen, Mother Gothel, Big Hero 6. Is it? It just got over, and now we're waiting for. And now we're waiting for. You know, they said that Gizmoduck and Wally were coming back next week, and those are welcome things, because people need Wally for the Wally need for the Sorcerer's tournament, final showdown thing, in whatever respect that is, and so that's important. But you know, it's been a while. It's been a little while since we've gotten a new event or a new legendary. It's been. I was just checking events, and it's been 2 months almost since the Ralph event. So I mean, if you're following that logic and you think it's every 3 months, we get a new character release. I'm gonna get steamrolled by this team, and whatever. But if you follow the logic that every 3 months we get a new legendary release, that means it's gonna be this time in September, around when we're getting the next event. And if you're watching this in September or October or November or 2 years from now, you're probably like, well, they came out with, Winnie the Pooh or whoever in September of 2021. But, now here at this stage, we're just like, can we get something new? Because we've just been, since the Peter Pan event got done, we've just been doing towers, and we've just been running through events, and we've just been collecting. And I'm not complaining, because on my Dolphin account, my princesses are getting more ready for prime time. My Cajon's getting better. My Wreck-It Ralph team is getting ready for the next time Ralph comes back, whenever that might occur. And so I'm not complaining, but we're getting to the time when kids are going to be going back to school, and then the weather's going to start to cool down, and we're going to be inside more. We're going to want stuff to do, and I really think that we're going to get the raids sometime in October. And so if we are a month away from new event, from the new legendary, we don't, it can be that's fine. It can be another month before the new legendary. That's fine. Wouldn't it be nice if they announce, and I really think that they were going to announce something this past Wednesday. They just didn't have it ready in time, and so they're like, why don't we just put out these meaningful notes, and we'll just put out the new event next week. Because if they come out with it next weekend, and they say and that's going to take 10 days, and it's going to be a lot of hype, and then you're talking 2 weeks after that having the new legendary. That's okay. I mean, especially with all the people that want what's that guy? The guy that I kind of tend to vomit in my mouth when I talk about. He who shall not be named on this channel. But it would be nice. It would be nice, and a lot of people have been speculating, saying, hey, they're probably going to come out and move Stitch to a tower, which, on this account, it's not that old, and so you look at the Lilo and Stitch characters that I have for this account, just because I haven't had a lot of time and I've been concentrating on up. I'm going to get at the rate I'm going, I'm going to have Stitch open before I get Cobra Bubbles open. It's just the way it is. My Gantu's coming along, but Cobra, I mean, these guys are just not somebody that I'm prioritizing right now for whatever reason. That's, whatever. Maybe I will when I get a little bit more time to focus on Cobra, but right now it's just not. And also, he would be easier to farm if they put both of them in a side campaign. Because somebody was saying that, hey, I think they only want 4 towers up at one time, so look for that to go into a side campaign. I don't know. I don't know why you need to limit the number of towers. But it is what it is. I mean, but aside from that, we did have, I think since the last time we talked, they have moved Toy Story into their own thing. And so this is not where I wanted to come. But if you go into the campaigns, and we'll just jump in this campaign. By the way, I'm not sure what bonus is going on, but they have, I guess you can get bonus Aladdin for whatever reason. I guess you can I've not been looking for that, but I guess you can get bonus Jasmine. Because they got that whole cat thing going on. I didn't even really notice that. Not that I can get anybody else beside Jasmine. But if that's the case, I might have to come, because they didn't mention that at all, I don't think. But one thing I did want to point your attention to is that how they took Woody and all of these other people off their nodes, Woody and Jesse and Bo Peep. And I'm looking for, because I know they added Jasmine and they added Shan Yu to some of these nodes, and I'm looking to try to find. But I feel like there were a lot of nodes that were still left bare, and I'm just trying to find those nodes because I know that they didn't restock all of them. But maybe I did, and maybe I'm crazy because it's, that's, it happens. It happens to the best of us. This is where they put the sheriff in the campaign, and maybe the empty notes are just in the grand campaign. But I was like, you know what? It kind of feels like they've emptied out a lot of notes, and I was wondering, I'm like, does that mean anything? And I'm just looking here, and I'm like, of course, now that I'm left, well, we can get bonus Pete too. So bonus Jasmine, bonus Pete, if you're interested. Didn't even notice it was a thing, and of course they've always had these empty notes up here, but I felt like there were more empty notes now, and I was like wondering, are they gonna put another? Are they gonna resell? Are they gonna re-put other characters in those spots? But I suppose not. But I mean, and maybe we have the bar set already for what's going to happen in those. And why am I keep going into these wrong things? But we have the side missions that we are. Here's the Toy Story side mission that I mentioned before. There's the Onward side mission. There's bonus, so you can get bonus Pete and Jasmine, and who else can you get a bonus of? I can get bonus Simba and bonus Scar. I did not realize those were things at all. But I mean, if you want Wreck-It Ralph, here he is. He's not. Those characters aren't too hard to farm. I just finished the farm for all 5. I have all 5 at 7 stars now, or enough, the full amount of 7 stars to be able to unlock them when the event comes around. And I'm actually working on 2 of them right now. Well, actually, the whole team. I'm actually working on a whole team. It's just not the whole team that I'm working on. Just doesn't involve King Candy or Shank right now. So I'm not really working on King Candy or Shank. So whenever that event comes around, I will be scrambling a little bit, unless it's another. It's been 6 weeks. It's been 2 months since the last time I ever come out. So, if it's another month before we get the new kids, then I'm sure it'll be right after the Hercules event is done, because that's got to be coming back like, I don't know, in 2 or 3 weeks, easy at least. But there's something got to be going on. And, because we have, we'll just run through our legendaries real quick. And I'm sure you know who they are by now. If you don't know who the legendaries are, I'll just go through them real quick. Legendaries on this game are, Beast and, I guess, maybe, what's that, whenever they decide to put her in here. And we have the Jerk, of course. Who shall not be named. And then we have Oceanic Wise. We have Ursula, who people think it's not technically it's not a legendary, but it's 145 to open. So you tell me how that doesn't count as a legendary. But whatever. Wild's Wide, we've had Elsa forever, and so a lot of people are thinking that the new legendary has to be a wild. And I would say, I really hope so, because we're doing this whole Mother Goth. We've been doing a lot of these wild centric events lately, and for this event, I just can't get motivated to go after Rafiki at all. And of course, now that I'm recording, Discord decides to go off and beep 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 beep. It's annoying. And who wants to farm? Give me a reason to farm Hopper. If they could put a bug like thing, and Hopper could go through the roof, and everybody would. Hopper would be the new hotness, of course. Then there's the Jungle Book, and if I can't be brought to farm Rafiki, I mean Simba's good and Scar's eh. Then there's Blue, and there's only one way to get Blue, and then there's Shere Khan, and he's pretty far back in the thing, and Polka is Polka, and Mordu is blech. So I'm leaning that it's got to be that the new Legendary has to be a wild, just because we don't have as many wilds as we do. We have like 1,000 heroes. It's not actually 1,000, but it's like some number greater than 10 number of downtown heroes. Ralph is here, Legendary, of course. Bebe's here, so we have three downtown hero Legendaries, which is out of proportion. Like three. Who's the third? If is he? I know he's here. He's got to be here. I know he's. Where is he? There he is, Mickey. Mickey's the third downtown hero, and it's kind of weird because I expected, Baby is also tech, and I kind of expected Ralph to be tech. And so if you're like, well, we need a tech. Well, if we need tech legendary, we already have a tech legendary. His name is Ralph. So there's that. His name is Bebe. And then, we don't have a princess legendary, but up until, 6 months ago, we didn't even have princess faction, really. But now we have Rapunzel, and I'm going to say, they could if they put Alice in, I'm not going to be mad. I think I talked about Alice in previous videos, and put her right here, and she'd be probably a mythical, I think, and that'd be cool. That'd actually give me a reason to play mythicals, because right now, I don't have a reason to play mythicals. Personal opinion, though, but hey, But, other than that, I was watching this other guy's video, and this other guy was talking about how people should have fluffy accounts, and I will say there's some validity to that. And this is not my account update, but we're looking Kingdom here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of my top 12, 8 of my top 20 are kingdoms. I know you're talking about kingdom villains. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then number 5 is right here. Number 6 is down here. Here's number 7. So I've now got 7 kingdom villains, and I'm pretty sure, I'm working on the Aladdin crew just to get them done, so I can get Jasmine, so I can get Genie done, so I can get Jafar done, because we still have that permanent event, right? Still have that permanent event that's in the game now, right? We just gotta find out where it is. Yeah, got these permanent events in, and so I can finish Jafar whenever I get ready to finish Jafar. So that's what we're trying to do. And then maybe we'll move on to Hero after that. But if you like playing, there's a lot to be said, because if you did go fluffy on this account, you could be ready for anything. And so now you can see that my top characters are at 6. They're almost 6, 7. I have 3 characters that are over 6 stars and gear tier 6. But most of my characters are all gear tier 6 up to Papagantu. So I have 12 characters that are all, 11 characters because Monterey's Jack's not totally done yet, but I have 11 characters that are 6 stars. I need you look at 5 stars, and we're all the way down to Mickey. In terms of 5 stars, I'm almost there with Calhoun, and you know, you can. I mean, you can be ready. You can be ready to, if you. I think there's a little bit of validity in maybe just, you know, saying, okay, this is who I'm concentrating on, and getting them to a level, and then bringing your roster up together. I mean, it's super slow, and I get that, and I get everybody wants to be able to push content and all this, but we have a lull. We're in this lull, and sure, you can, if you want to push content and that's what you're into, and you say, okay, these are the 5 guys that I'm gonna bring up, and these are the only 5 guys I'm gonna concentrate on now, and I'm just gonna push. That's fine. But if you're not in a hurry, then why not just, you know, side your, you know, I'm seriously considering. You know, I've told you that I'm working on Kingdom and Oceanic, and I am, and you know, I've slowly started to work on Beauty and the Beast, but you know, we have a Toy Story side campaign now, and you know, we have Toy Story, and these are the Toy Story characters, and you know, you need downtown villains for Zurg. And so, what's to prevent you to go into the Toy Story side mission and go, okay, well, as soon as I get chunked to 6 stars, I'm going to go in and start working on Big Baby, and then, you know, I think you need to get all. I think you need all of these guys done before you can go in and get Bo Peep. And so it's like, you know, get Bo Peep and Lotso in your 3/5 of the way to Zurg, and then you just come back to, and you just be like, okay, well, who's easy to get, and then you have all Toy Story done, and then you don't have to worry about them anymore. I mean, at some point, Toy Story is not going to be irrelevant forever. Just like right now, we're in this time where all these Lego teams are together because people don't have Ralph high enough to be able to make Ralph into a suitable counter to the Lego teams. And so you get these high level Lego teams of Ursula, Mickey, Beast, Baymax, and Mickey, and nobody can beat them. And it's like, while you're waiting, why don't you just work on somebody else? So, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and bash you if you're gonna tell me that, hey, I want to work on Fluff, because I'm honestly thinking about just turning this into a Fluff account. I'm thinking about it. I'm not doing it. I'm still gonna push Kingdom and push Oceanic until I decide not to, but I'm just like, I have 3 other accounts. I have one that I'm super focused on. We're doing, like, I'm concentrating on Raid Tunes and Raid Tunes only. Like, right now I'm concentrating on King Trident and Sergeant Calhoun. And then Cora is right there too. And so that's what I'm doing. Another account, I'm super focused on my Big Hero 6. I have 2 of my Big Hero 6 Gear 8s on that account. I have Baymax and Go-Go, and I'm working on Hero. And I have this other account where I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with the focus I'm gonna have on that account. And then there's this account which I'm just like, you know, on this account I will tell you. On this particular account, my Sheriff Nottingham on this account is higher than my Sheriff of Nottingham on the other accounts. And just because I haven't had a reason to focus on Sheriff of Nottingham. And my Gaston and my Yzma are also there as well. Just because I haven't had a reason to. And so we're definitely doing some stuff different on this account. Anyway, guys, consider just taking a little bit of time off and just maybe pick out a character that you're especially, that isn't necessarily meta, but just you find super fascinating. Like you've seen their movie and you liked them, whether it's Yokai or whether it's Robin Hood or Sheriff of Nottingham or Captain Hook and Tink, because you know, for whatever reason you can't farm me and Wendy yet. And you know, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I know this was kind of a weird video, but I appreciate I appreciate it if you hung out this long. If you just listen to me ramble, I just felt like I needed to talk and get some of this out there. But I'm super, you know, I'm 97% chance that we're going to get something super new next week, and it's not going to be the raid, but because I think the raid is at least Octoberish. We might still be 2 months away from the raid at this point, because I think they need a tower and another legendary to come out. So I think they need a new tower and another legendary. And, you know, they need, so back up real quick. Need a new event that's not necessarily legendary. A new tower to help with characters for new events, for the new raid. And then a new legendary. And I think we're all going to see all three of them before the raid comes out. And so if the raid comes out in 2 months, you know, expect new tower in 2 weeks. Expect something new next week. Expect something new 2 weeks after that. Expect something new 2 weeks after that. Then by then, we'll be at the 8-week mark, and that'll be time for the raid. So, October, yeah, looking for it then. And then maybe expeditions a month, 6 weeks, Christmas after that. Anyway, guys, thanks for the time. Appreciate it. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.